Hey, REL 40, welcome back to your week 2 recap. I'll just start off by going over the games from last week. We had the Chaos versus the Dwarves, Midnobe versus the Svartalheim Slayers. This game was kind of unfortunate for the Dwarves. Claw Mighty Blow did its thing, as you can see, and, well, it didn't turn out too good for them. Other than that, I thought it was a pretty good game from both coaches. Neither really did anything like really upsetting. It's just the Dwarves got removed pretty quick. We'll go take a look at the teams. I believe I have the website open here to see who leveled. Thumbscrew leveled and took Stand Firm. Tablilla and Wooden Horse also both leveled, getting Block and Tackle respectively. And then on the dwarf side, no player really leveled, but they do have a, I believe that's just an MNG? Yeah. They got a couple players that are like, I think you're just hoping this guy picks up an MVP probably, and maybe random Kaz or two on this guy. MVP on this other Longbeard, get him guard. Other than that, there's not really anybody you should be focusing development on. Maybe this Troll Slayer. We'll go back and look at the Chaos again. Fixer, really, I mean, you can just focus some touchdowns on this, on these Beastmen here that are all at 23. Try to get them another level. Maybe pump some touchdowns into these Chaos Warriors. I don't know, you have a lot of options for scoring to get levels. I'd focus on just leveling this plus movement guy maybe for now, and then try to level the block guard because they're not as crucial. They already have 2 good skills. Then the next game, we had the bye week with a Blitzer and Catcher getting the MVP. We'll go check out Rel Publica. Did he take his... No, he did not take his level yet. I believe who got the touchdown here? A wedged reroll got the touchdown to put him to 10. Would he take on this Blitzer? Who knows? If he's waiting on it, I think it might be a normal. Because if it was a stat or a double, you take Mighty Blow on a double every time, and if it was a stat, you'd take that probably every time too. This guy's touchdown and a pass from leveling. This guy's a touchdown from leveling. You probably score on this guy to start with, and then get your second touchdown on this guy with a pass. This guy seems a little bit more valuable. Maybe get a pass on the Blitzer too to get him leveled. Sort of your game plan for next week. Move on to the next game. Terrible Tyrannos versus Al Andalus. Whew, this game was... I should have mentioned who I predicted. I predicted the Dwarves for this game, and they lost. And then I predicted the Lizards for this one, and they lost to the High Elves. Which, to be fair to the Lizards, I'm not trying to take away from the High Elves win, but there was some pretty bad luck in the first half with scatters and failed pickups, but could have been mitigated a little bit, but it still would have hurt a lot. And then you had a blitz right after that. The High Elves took it and scored turn 6 or 7 or something, and then got a blitz into a steal score when the Lizards failed another pickup, and we're up 2-0 at half in the Lizards half. And then it was just a 3-1 game after that. We'll see, did anybody level? The Terrible Tyrannos had 2 levels. They had Iguanation, their Blodge Guard, took Break Tackle. That's fair, I guess, to make him a little more mobile. I'd take Stand Firm after, though, so you can really move him around the pitch. Doubles Please just got a normal, too. And then we'll take a look at Al Andalus, who leveled on their side. Just the rookie Catcher leveled and took Dodge. Okay. For the next game, Nurgle versus Undead. I predicted the Undead to win it. Which, I don't know, should we count a tie as like a half a point? Like, oh, they did it. No, we won't. But an MVP on the minus movement Ghoul. This game was just two bash teams throwing themselves at each other. I did in the replay. There was a point in the second half where I thought the undead should have been more aggressive, push down pitch a little more. Instead, they pulled back, and that just led to the Nurgle getting a couple more removals and using their beast really well to control the pitch and stopping the undead from scoring. Whereas the undead had that one turn where they could have changed it probably, but it was a good game from both coaches. And then to fight a ace, oh, I forgot to look at the levels. Warm, soft, and juicy. Who leveled on this team? The Pestigore got to level 6 and took piling on. Okay, so he's got a full-fledged killer now. Also, he had a warrior die, a block Mighty Blow warrior. This guy's MNG'd. And then we'll go look at the undead. Where are they? Right there. Who didn't level up their ghoul yet. I mean, you might as well, you're probably thinking about if you want to actually keep him or not with the minus movement, because you kind of want him to have the plus movement. I mean, you got a ghoul here that you just feed the first touchdown of next game. Mummy that's almost leveled, try to take blocks with him. This guy got minus armored. You probably just keep him anyway, even with the minus armor. And you have enough cash to replace the ghoul if you want to. Forgot to talk about the Nurgle's development. You really want to just try to block with these normal block guys as much as you can. Really try to push their levels. I don't know, maybe just keep scoring with this guy. Maybe even try to get a touchdown on a Nurgle warrior if you're up a bit in a game. Then we have to fight at Aces versus the Living Goats. I thought this game was really good. I thought this was probably the match of the week. Two pretty good coaches squaring off. There were some things that should have been done in different orders, done a little bit different, but it was a really good game overall. That dead dirty player ate the MVP if you didn't see that. And then we'll go check out the teams, check out the orgs. The Stinger got a level last game and took stand firm. And then the dirty player stole the MVP as he died. And then on Scooter's Chaos, where are they? There we go. He got a level on the normal Blodge Beastman. Guard is a really good skill. You could even give him stand firm on the next level. You could give him 2 heads to make him even more agile with the dodge. And then the normal Mighty Blow leveled up and got block, just as I predicted, I think, in the replay that he'd snag block, because you already have the Mighty Blow claw piece. He's going to be another killer, but give him block first, as this was just I need to remove AB9. For Scooter, I'd focus on leveling this other Chaos Warrior in your next game. Try to give him a touchdown. Probably if you're going to score 2 touchdowns, you want one to go on him and one to go on Heinz Psycho Ward. And then you try to get a pass on Sir Charles Woodson. And then for Rumblebee for the next game, don't really have anybody that's too close to leveling. Maybe just don't put touchdowns in your thrower. Maybe get some in the Agi guy so you can make him a carrier. I still don't like the Agi lineman as a carrier, but you could do that. Other than that, just pump touchdowns into probably the Blodge guard so you can get stand firm or something on the next level. Or your plus agility guy. Pump 5 touchdowns into him to level him up over the next couple weeks. And then we have Bridgman versus Grimlock Crushers, a game which there was some dice being thrown a little bit. Grimlock's Crushers were kind of dominating the Bretts pitch-wise, if you couldn't see it. But the Bretts got some lucky dice that let them pull out a tie, I think. They didn't play bad, they were getting removed. The dice really just offset the massive removals and such. But it was a pretty good game. I predicted the Lizards to win that one. I predicted Rumble to win the game before. We'll go take a look at the Bridgeman. Who did anybody level this game? Scar leveled this game, and he took sidestep, which is really, what do you even take on a blitzer at that point? After you get dodge and tackle, sidestep's probably a pretty good choice, so he can be more maneuverable. We'll talk about his development a little bit. Next game, you probably want to try to get an SPP on this blocker, pass, score. Probably try to push some SPP on this guy, give him like 2 touchdowns. You don't really need more SPP on your blitzers. I'd try to get the ball to blockers for a touchdown, because the more they level, the better. You can get Mighty Blow then going on more than one piece. Get another guard guy. Just keep funneling them full of it. And then Grimlock's Crushers. I believe they had a death. Yes, their block, Mighty Blow, dodge, Saurus died and is being replaced. And then who leveled? Their Crocs leveled to get Stand Firm. I like that choice. And then I think if he gets a normal on the next level, you just give him Break Tackle, so he's more maneuverable. And then the last game is Dundering Herd versus Multi-Level Marketing. I predicted the Orcs and they tied. You guys are all just proving me wrong, as I only got 1 of the 6 actual games correct. Let's see here. Multi-Level Marketing, their Tomb Guardian leveled, and he's just thinking about what to give it. I bet he's thinking between Stand Firm and Break Tackle. Probably for the next game, you just try to get a touchdown on this guy. It's probably your goal, and maybe if you can get a touchdown on the Tomb Guardian, but really you try to block with this guy a lot. And then Dundering Herd. I believe in this last game they had their rookie Black Orc. Where is he? No, a block Black Orc leveled. It is Axar Breakfing Guard. And was there anything else? Oh yeah, they lost a block guard. Black Orc, but they had enough money to replace him. I think for the next game you're going to focus on maybe try to level this guy. Maybe if you can feed this Black Orc another, because he fed this Black Orc a touchdown in the last game. Maybe try to get him another one if you can. Maybe try to pump some touchdowns into them. You just want this guy to stop getting SPP. Mr. 26 SPP, 4 MVPs and 2 touchdowns, all-star dirty player. I'll take a look at the next week. Al-Andalus versus Svaltime Slayers. I'm going to just predict Al-Andalus because the coach proves me wrong every time and just wins games. I think the Dwarves have a chance though. REL Publica versus Welcome to Zombicon. REL Publica is a scary team. And they're 15-10 after they cut some stuff. And these guys are going to be even lower. No wizard or anything. I'm actually still going to predict REL Publica just because I think elves are in a pretty good position most of the time to win games. Submit No Bay versus the Living Goats. This is going to be a good one. Scooter has solid development. Good ball carrier, blodge guard guy. But then Fixer just has a scarier team. He just has a more developed team. I'm going to predict Fixer for this one. Submit No Bay. I think it could go either way though. Really, it all depends on sort of how Claw Mighty Blow goes. Scooter's going to be at 1590 after he gets rid of his excess. So he's going to get 200k. He could get like a bribe and a dirty player Beastman with some of his bank. Does he already have a dirty player Beastman? No, so he could get a dirty player Beastman and a bribe and then just go to town. I think this will be close, but I think Fixer's going to take it. just with a slightly better Chaos team. I think Scooter's going to start excelling later on in the season. And then we have the bye week. Grimlock's Crushers get a nice bye week after their last one. Terrible Tyrannos and Dundering Herd. Dundering Herd just, they're out of killer. They lost a important Black Orc. Terrible Tyrannos didn't have anything bad happen to them. I'm giving it to the Terrible Tyrannos. I think that's a really solid Lizard team, and I think they're going to take the win. Then we have Nurgle versus Camry. Let's see, Camry are going to be 1660 after their level, presumably, with 14-man roster. Dirty player, their killers are back, they got a good thrower. Sure, they're missing development on those guys. Nurgle have an 11-man roster at 1550, so they might get a bribe probably for inducements. I'm going to just predict the Camry for this one. I think they're just in a better position with the bench to put up and they're just going to put up a fight, I think, with their strength advantage. And then we have the Defida Aces versus the Bridgemen. Sorry, Pez Machine, but you're 1310 for the game, and they are going to be 1890. I'm going to be predicting Defida Aces for this one. And I mean, I think it speaks for itself with the state of the teams currently. I think Defida Aces are just in a better position overall in development, and Orcs versus Bretts early on in the early stages of development tends to favor the Bretts, but Bretts fall off later on once you get more development, and these Orcs are developed really well, so I think they're just taking it. So yeah, so that has been my recap for 4D for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and oh, also I have all your games from this week up on the YouTube channel now, if you wanted to watch me analyzing your replay. And then I'm going to be doing the same thing, probably if any of you play your games between now and Saturday morning, I'll probably be covering them Saturday afternoon type thing. And then I might stream a couple of them while I do them, if my internet's better. And then probably do a lot on Monday, Tuesday-ish, do the rest of them. But yeah, it's been fun, good week. I think coaches played pretty good overall this week. There were some mistakes that I thought could have been done better, but overall it was a pretty good week. Thanks for watching. Bye.